Hey folks, Little John, playing around the brewery. I'm about to do, well, I'm going to do 3 batches of extract brews of different kinds. The brew I'm doing here is, I'm calling it the old Cascarillo Ale. So basically it's going to be a half batch, about a 12 litre batch. Some light dry malt, some amber malt, some decks. I'll be using Cascade, short bittering hop, and then some Amarillo and Eldorado. Now you can hear in the background, you can hear the Robobrew. It's sitting just below a boil. It's got water ready, just about to add malts into that. At that level I have trouble getting the chiller into the wort. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to play around a little bit. So I'm going to just do a short boil with the Cascade, about 20 minutes, and then put that into the fermenter hot and add Amarillo and Eldorado straight to the fermenter, into the fridge, seal it up and let it sit to cool. So I will let that sit then overnight, and I will pitch yeast tomorrow morning. And at which point it should cool, no problem at all. I'll pull the hops out. I'm going to bag them up. I'll pull them out in the morning when I pitch the yeast. So I'm hoping that's going to give us enough bittering from the Cascade for the 20 minutes, and then the time it sits to cool. And it's going to work somewhat like doing a whirlpool addition, so I'm going to give that extra contact time so the bitterness should come up. And sort of the same with the Amarillo and the Eldorado, just basically going to be a full like a whirlpool addition. So I haven't worked at the numbers yet. I'm going to get the malt in, then sit down and work out the numbers while that's getting through the hop break and stuff. Work out my volumes of the hops. So I'm not sure exactly what they'll be at the moment. So I'm going to go and get the malt into the boiler and get underway. Okay, so we're just off the boil. Temperature set to 105, so we will get to a boil. But I'm just going to put in our malt. So I've got 1.4 kilo of light dry malt, 200 grams of amber malt, and I'll add another 400 grams of decks into this in a minute. Just give that a good stir initially, just to make sure it's all dissolved, nothing's sitting on the bottom. Don't want it scorching. We'll just let that now come up to a boil and get through the hop break, and then we'll get some hops in. I've added the dextrose, so it was 400 of dex. So we've got a total of 2 kilos of sugars and 15 litres. We've just got through the hop break. It's knocking down. So I'll just give this a minute to finish off, and we'll get some hops in. Okay, 15 gram of Cascade. Now, I've worked that out as a 60-minute addition to give us 24 IBU. It's a only boil for 20, so I'm thinking we should get us somewhere in that sort of ballpark. So I'll let that go now for 20 minutes. Okay, we've boiled for 20 minutes. I've got 12 grams of Amarillo and 12 grams of El Dorado. Sanitized fermenter, not that it's going to really matter because this is boiling hot anyway. I pour 12 litres into here. And then this will go into the fridge to cool. Righto. So we're in the fermenter, cooling's underway. I've taken a final sample. I've done 3 batches this afternoon, and each batch has ended up with a higher gravity than I anticipated. So obviously the software I was using hasn't calculated as well as it should have. So that's all good. So it ended up with specific gravity of 1056. I was looking for like 1042, so it's seriously over that. So been a massive miscalculation, but so the sample tasted good. There's nice hop in it, so I think that's going to work without too much trouble. I don't think it's going to be I'm not going to lose the beer in the ABV. So yeah, it's going to be 5.5–6% beer. That's not going to be a problem. I'm not too worried about that. So yeah, sample tasted good. It's in the fridge. I'm using US-05 on this batch. I'm just doing a little bit of a starter up. This is the yeast off last hop experiment, IPA experiment. Only a very small amount, that seems to be growing alright, so by tomorrow morning I think we'll be good. So that's a little Cascarillo ale, done and done. 12 litres in the fermenter. We'll be looking at tasting in about a month, 5 weeks time. So if you got any questions, stick them down the bottom. Any comments and all that sort of stuff, go ahead. As always, if you haven't subscribed, the subscribe button down there, hit it. Get notified when things are coming up, when the new videos are about, so you know what's going on. To Patreons, cheers as always. Quick shout out to new Patreon, Blaine. I can't think of your last name, mate, sorry. But good to have you along. That's it. Brew done and dusted. So that's me out till I see you again. We're drinking beer, talking beer, or brewing beer. Good brewing.